The Superboys of Malegaon is an Indian film. It's a coming-of-age story about this group of filmmakers that band together in this part of India that's not known for its filmmaking, and they want to make movies, and so they decide to do that. And just based off of that description, and perhaps if you know my sensibilities, you know that this is a movie that's probably going to be near and dear to my heart because I'm a filmmaker and I love these types of movies, right? So I'm going into it probably with a bias. Now, obviously, a movie has to still be good in order for me to enjoy it and like it, and this movie was that. Can I say that it's outright for everybody? I'm not sure. I really don't know. But if you do love foreign language films and, ones that are like just about people coming together to create something and overcoming hardship, then this movie could be for you. I will say it has an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes thus far, so that's obviously a very good score. And I think it deserves it. The people who this movie will resonate with, I think they will really enjoy it. If based on the description, it's not something that you're gonna vibe with, check out the trailer, stuff like that. If that's not your jam, then don't go see it, just plain outright. But, I really appreciate it because, unlike, let's say, White Tiger or other sort of movies taking place in India or about India and stuff like that, this really had that sort of charm in a different way, right? Where it was kind of, surpassing your limitations in many ways, right? So this group of friends, right? They're all adults, but they're friends, and they don't live in Mumbai where Bollywood and stuff like that. It's no different than a kid growing up, let's say in Kansas, dreams of, making it in Hollywood and stuff like that. In many ways, it's like a far-fetched dream. And of course, everyone in the town might say, well, you'll never make it, silly dreams, put that away, be more sensible, do what you got to do, So it's kind of like about that. And it does focus on one primary character, the director, and, kind of his, I wouldn't say rise and fall, but he definitely goes through moments where, he has a bit of an ego about himself and whatnot, and how that clashes and meshes with his friend group and affects them, and, how they manage to resolve that. So there's a lot of good stuff there. It's just over 2 hours. If you like Michel Gondry's work, particularly like Be Kind, Rewind, I think you will be on board with this movie for sure. So yeah, I really had a fun time with it. I think there's a lot there. The music is great, right? Obviously it pulls from a lot of Indian music and, that culture of that part of the world. Infuses it and has that sort of style, and it really is a coming of age story of like how this town came together. And the fun part is that it is like a true story, right? So they're just fictionalizing this actual filmmaker. So that's another added layer that really makes it cool. So it's out in theaters, probably very limited. I managed to see it at like kind of an art house theater, but really enjoyed it. And so if you do get a chance, whether in theater or, eventually it goes on streaming, anything that I've said appeals to your sensibilities, then, put it on your radar. And once you finally do watch it, let me know what you think.